Alright, HVAC people. I'm gonna do a video show you how to get your foot in the door as an HVACR technician without going to school or taking the 2-year programs or the 6-month programs that you hear about to get your cause that's all when you go to school, unless you're going to get like a 2-year degree. Some people take their route, which is cool. Whatever it takes to get your foot in the door. But I'm gonna show you how you can get your foot in the door without any school. First, you're gonna have to get your GED. You're gonna need at least a GED or a high school diploma, some type of education, first and foremost. Let me see. First, you're gonna need your, like I say, GED. You got to have some type of school, but first you want to get your EPA license. And you see on here the exam for the EPA is $24 for your first attempt and $5.95 for each additional attempt. So your EPA license, all that is saying that you certified, to work on different types of refrigerant. It's like R22. I think 410A got a different exam, but it's pretty much the same thing. You don't need any different classes or whatever to handle 410A. And they say exam price is $24.95. There's there's 3 different levels. It's type 1, type 2, type 3, and when you get type 1, type 2, type 3, that's when you got your universal. And that's what you want. Don't really waste time because it's 3 tests. Don't waste time. Don't just get your type 1 and your type 2. You need all 3. And remember, I'm showing you how to get your foot in the door without going to any type of classes, because you don't have to take a class to take this test. You can actually just go down there and take this test. Try to find anything online. Like I say, you can Google it. You see where it say EPA 601 type 1, type 2, type 3, and universal. Like I say, I remember I had mine took mine a while back, but you want all 3 of these to get the universal certification. Like I say, we're not gonna waste time and get the 1 and the 2, without the 3, or just the 3 without the 1 and the 2. So get all 3, then you're universally certified. I don't know if all 3 tests are $24 a piece. Like I say, so let me put a budget down on this also. So you're gonna be able to get your foot in the door under, let's say, $200, under $150. We're gonna get your foot in the door. So all you need to do is save up, let's say, $200 at the most. And it's probably gas money and everything to get you to and from. So let's say all 3 of these tests, let's say at $25 a piece, is that's $75 right there to get your EPA license. Now, if you want to, you can Google in your area. Sometimes they have classes that they may charge you $50 to $100 just to study for the classes, but you really can't study for the classes online. Let me see, my internet connection kind of slow, but let's just say, yeah, EPA test book. See if you can find this book on say Amazon or eBay somewhere. But like I said, I'm trying to do a quick video, so you do your own research on what it takes to pass that test as far as books and stuff like that. But like I say, take advantage of the internet, and you can Google anything that you need. EPA 608 certification. You see how cheap some of these books is. But when I studied my test, I had a little pamphlet book. So do your own due diligence on doing what it takes to get the EPA. Like, I'm just telling you, this is what you need to get your foot in the door, because before you start filling out the application, or you can do it at the same time you filling out application. But when you get ready to take your interview, you want your GED and the EPA license. And we're gonna go a step further. I'm just gonna show you an example because I don't know what state you're in, but we're gonna go by Texas. Okay, you want your TDLR license, and whatever state you're in, all it is a technician license. You don't need no type of experience to get the license. All you gotta do is pay the fee. They're gonna do a little background check on it, and you can't have a crime on your record. I think there are some restrictions, just as far as murders and rape or something like that, statutory rape, any major violent crime, because you have to go into these people's houses and just want to make sure that you legit. And even if you made a mistake like that in the past, there might be ways to get around that also. So let me see. So go back to license. I said type in, if you're in Texas or whatever your state is. If you're in Florida, it might be Florida DLR. Or if you're in New York, it might be New York DLR, South Carolina, whatever. Then you're going to go to license type, and you see where it say air conditioning and refrigeration contractors. You'll click on that. And then when you click on that, it's going to take you pretty much to, let's go to apply for a license right here. Apply for your contractor license. You're not going to be ready for that, because remember, we're just trying to get our foot in the door. So you go to apply for the technician registration. That's all you're doing. You're just trying to get registered. So that's what we want. We just want to get registered. And they're going to give you all the guidelines. Your application is and fee. Look like it's $20. They give you some guidelines. You must be 18 years old. Registration are valid for 1 year from the due date of the license. So whenever you apply, it's valid for 1 year. And you got to get these renewed every year also. That may be what they talking about also. But say registration. So like say, so when we get ready to take the interview, we already know we got our GED or high school diploma. We got our EPA license, and we're going to have our state license. And once you, how much they say, I think $20. See, a non-refundable application fee is $20. But that's all you got to do. All you doing is paying for the application. So it literally costs $20 to get this certificate. Okay, fill out our certificate. It may take 2 or 3 weeks for them to send you your. So first you're gonna. This is what I showed you. This is my card right here for my EPA. It never expires. This the card. See, I got the universal. This the card that you're gonna have right there. You're gonna have your universal EPA when you get ready to interview, and you're gonna have your TDLR license. Remember I said it expires every year, so every year around October I need to get this expired. I have my contractor license, but I still think I need to get this renewed also. So I'm behind, but I think since I got my contractor license, that I may be okay on that, but I'm still gonna get it renewed anyway. But like I say, you need the TDLR license. I'm gonna show you. Let me see. This show you. I got the contractor license, so I don't know if I really need that or not. But you're gonna need, like I say, you're gonna need your 2 licenses. Now we got the EPA, we got the state license, and now we're ready for the interview. Cause we got our GED. Look, we have our GED, we have our state license, and now we need to start filling out application. Every application that we, if you're in a big city, it might be a little easy on you, but we want to put as many applications into any type of company we can run across. We're just gonna start Googling anything. And I do recommend it's a site called HVAC agent.com. But we want to start Googling any HVAC company in that area, whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, I don't care what it is, we're going to put an application in with them. We're going to get an interview. Because remember, we got our GED, we got our EPA, and we got our state license. So we're ready to go. And like I say, when we go into the interviews, the main thing what we want with those licenses, we want a willingness to learn. We want to humble ourselves. Remember, we don't know anything. All we want to do is let them know that we're willing to learn. And the next thing, you got to humble yourself. You got to be willing to take a low pay or no pay. And that's going to be key right there. No, we're not going in there if they ask you, what you're willing to, what you want to make. If they send you like if they're going to get ready to give you an offer letter or something like that, we're not worried about pay right now. All we worry about is getting our foot in the door, because the pay going to come in the future. We know that's going to be in the back of our head. But to get our foot in the door with no schooling this way, our schooling is going to be the hands-on experience. So our first 2 years, see, the people that's taking the classes and getting the degrees in the HVAC, they 2 years, they ain't getting no pay at all. They just in the classroom. So keep in mind, the company gonna pay you some, but they make not 10 times out of 10 they gonna pay you some. But even if you gotta accept minimum wage, just get your foot in the door. Because I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be a lot better working at an HVAC company than a McDonald's a restaurant job or something like that. So we're going to like I say, we want to willing to learn and low pay. You want to start Googling books on how to conduct yourself in an interview, because you want to look them right in the eye, and you gotta be hungry for it. They gotta see that ignorance in you. So you just want to start out, be like, yeah, I don't really know anything right now, but I'm gonna be the best helper that I can. Just tell them, do you want to change the filters? You want to learn how to wash the coil? You want to learn how to maintenance the unit? And you got to hit that hunger in your voice. You got to come from your stomach. You got to let them know that you want this. You got to let them know that you want it bad. So you're gonna be a helper. So once you get the job, because you're gonna get the job. Once you get the job, once you're helping somebody, the same attitude that you have in that interview, you got to have it every day. And I don't want to go this on a tangent, but you got to be hungry for it. When you're helping somebody out, if they, if you think they looking for a screwdriver, by the time they even think that they need the screwdriver, you got to have that screwdriver right there in their hand. So you got to be able to learn when to go back to this, because now also what we want to have is this your basic. Let's go to basic tools, because the main thing we want, like we want a little cheap drill. Go to the pawn shop, however you need to do. So in there kind of slow. We want a cheap drill. Let me see that. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. I didn't know my screen was split like that, but it's okay. Like I say, these are the basic tools right here. See these right here? Like I say, you really don't even need a drill, and don't even worry about this price right here. I don't want to go to that. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to zoom in on it a little bit. See these right here? Let me see. Like, say you just want this nut driver right here. You want a 1/4 and a 5/16. Like I say, if you can find a cheap drill that you got the charger and your battery pack that you can charge it up with. It don't have to be no D-Walt. It don't have to be no Milwaukee. Just get the cheapest one you can find, so you can take the panels out the units real quick, and so you can access the filters and stuff like that. So you want to maybe a screwdriver. Like I say, you want your bits. Hopefully you can get all these right here, like your wire cutters and stuff like that. You want like a cheap bag, even if you got to get your old book bag that you got your GED with, to throw your tools in there. We don't really care. We're not trying to be fancy right now. And I hope you can get you a little cheap meter. It don't have to be anything fancy either. Just get you a cheap meter where you can read amps and volts. Remember that. Yeah, I'm going. My thing is super slow for some reason. Like I say, we just want to read amps and volts. So then you have your tool bag with you, and I don't really care. See, you new to the game. I don't care if you got to bring that little tool bag into the interview with you, and it's gonna be a process. Once you get your interview, though, it's gonna be a process. It may take you a week or two to get the job because they got to get the paperwork. They have to, get all your information from you, as far as social security numbers and the whole 9 yards. But you just want the attitude and the impression that you ready to go out there and work today if you have to. And hey, as far as insurance purposes, it's not, like I said, they're not gonna put you to work, but hey, like I said, man, I work free. Can I just ride with somebody today? Do you got anybody I can ride with, just so I can watch, or maybe answer some questions, and ask the interviewer and the manager, whatever. Ask them some questions too. What should I expect? My first day, my first week. What do you want out of the perfect technician? What in their mind? What's a perfect technician? Because I'm gonna tell you too. Why? If you take this advice, trust me, a lot of companies when they hire, when I was supervising, what I would look for, you don't have to have too much experience. We like experienced techs, but a lot of people rather have somebody that don't know anything, because a lot of people come with a lot of baggage or a lot of bad habits from different companies. But if I can start you off without knowing anything, I can teach you how I want it done. I'm gonna put you around my best technicians, and we're gonna teach you how we want things done. So anyway, just to recap, because like I say, because I don't want to make a long video. Just to recap, man, I say you need your GED, you need your EPA license, GED, EPA license, your state license. You need a willingness to learn, humble yourself. Remember, take a low pay or no pay. That's pretty much the 4 or 5 things right there. And remember, throughout all this, even if you got another job or I don't know what you're doing right now, personal development, build yourself up, read books on interviewing, because we want a whole different vibe when we're going in there. We want a fresh start. Google Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret in the World. Listen to that every day before you start studying or anything, because all of us don't have time to read books. Put your headphones in, get the audio. I got a YouTube subscription, the premier, what they call YouTube Red, where I pay $10 a month, where I'm pretty much ad free. So that means I can put an 8-hour audio book in if I want to, and I'm listening through that all throughout the day while I'm working or if I'm driving, from here and there. So, but good luck to you. Remember, like and subscribe. Send this video to somebody that, and like I say, this HVAC right here, this probably any skill, plumbing, electrician, this pretty much applies across the board. So whatever you're interested in, like I say, if you can get the basics, and keep in mind, you do want to learn. Like I say, this is hands-on experience right here. Keep in mind, once you get to the company, hopefully when you start making a couple dollars, you can start really educating yourself, because there's so much involved with being an HVAC technician. You have to study, you have to take classes, you have to take seminars and different things to enhance you in this field right here. So definitely you're not going to be able to be a really great technician without taking school now. Like I said, I just want to get your foot in the door. Hopefully the company will start putting you through night classes or weekend classes, or to help you out. But just get your foot in the door, because you're gonna start Googling different type of classes, and once you get your foot in the door, you want to almost immediately ask the manager don't ask them what kind of budget they have, but I'm sure they got a budget set aside to put you through training. So immediately you want to start Googling on your own what type of class that you need to take. The basic electricity classes, the basic refrigeration classes, just all the basics till you get your foot in the door, and you start taking those classes at night so you can get better. I'm gonna make more videos on how to what books to read as far as HVAC. The modern refrigeration handbook. That's like our Bible. I really want to start making a lot of videos on that book right there, because that book's got so much information in it. But everybody take care. Good luck. Let's go get it.